Well, hello, Quest. Coming to you, this is on the Passion Week. It's what we call it between Palm Sunday and Easter. We call it the Passion Week. Because the passion of Christ is lived out, expressed, and he gives himself as a sacrifice in such an incredible way. So I just want to kind of touch into your lives and encourage you, and during this particular week as we prepare for this weekend, to apply yourself to dig in and engage the incredible and loving sacrifice of Christ, the passion of Christ. So just a couple of things. Tomorrow we'll have Good Friday. We call it Good Friday because ultimately we know it was good at the end of the day, but then it didn't seem like a very good day. In fact, then it seemed like an incredibly horrid day, a horrific day. The loss of all hope, the loss of everything for those who were followers of Jesus. So we'll recognize that tomorrow. We'll walk through some of the reality of that and how it can apply to our own lives. And then on Sunday, we'll obviously have Easter services. We'll have two, one at 9 o'clock, one at 10:30. So there's going to be plenty of room for you and for your family and for your friends and for your neighbors and everyone that probably needs to have a little bit of hope in the midst of a pretty broken world, right? And so I just want to encourage you to come and to bring your friends and neighbors. A couple of things I want to just focus on today. One is I would want to encourage us to be praying for the church around the world. Much of that church is under persecution and it's suffered greatly, far more than anything we dream of here in the United States. And so you think about all those places where Christianity is pushed down and Christians are persecuted. I would just encourage us to keep that in mind. We live in difficult times here in the United States. They're challenging. They're kind of hard for us. But let's just face it, it's pretty easy compared to a lot of places in the world. And so if we be praying for our brothers and sisters around the world who are really struggling with the persecution that's impacting them. And I think let's be praying for our community. Let's be lifting up our community. As we see maybe the light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully it's not a train coming the other way, but the light at the end of the tunnel, that we think about that still things are happening. COVID is still happening. The struggles in our culture are still happening. The political rancor that got so old is getting even older and more distasteful. But let's be praying for our culture, because you and I, our hope isn't based in anything that man can control. It's based in what God can control and who he is and the reality of him coming and being among us in the person of Christ. That's where our hope is. And that never goes away. That never changes. So let's dig into that. Let's grab onto that. Let's share that. Let's encourage that. Let's bless our community with the love of Christ in whatever way that God gives you opportunity. Let's bless our community. Let's dig in with them, okay? All right. Now, so after Easter, we're going to dig into a study on Ezra and Nehemiah, which is about the rebuilding of the temple, the rebuilding of the people, the rebuilding of the walls. It's a rebuilding process. And I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you'll enjoy it too. But for now, let's enjoy this focus that a year ago we didn't even get to meet for Easter. We only get to meet this year. It'll be, I hope, a lot of fun. But more than that, I hope it's profoundly meaningful to celebrate the resurrection. And not only the resurrection of Christ, but the resurrection he gives us. Because we have become new creations. Old things have passed away. Behold, new things have come for the person who knows Christ. So, let's be his people this particular Easter. All right? All right, love you guys. See you in a few days. Take care.